Greetings and salutations. In this episode of the Tim of Borg show, brought to you by Unimatrix 01 Productions, we will be doing a review of the Paladin class Temporal Battlecruiser Tier 6, which I acquired from the C store in a featured pack, discount pack that they're doing called, which I've done a video on, you can check out, the 23rd century, no, that wasn't it, not the Enterprise era, yeah, this one, Temporal Agent Starter Pack, which was the cheap starter pack. It was on special, I'm not sure if it still is, but I think it is, for 2000 Zen, and you get Constitution class Tier 1 ship, and this ship, as well as 0718, and apparently this torn uniform, although I've tried to equip that and I couldn't actually figure out how to get it to work in the tailor, but anyway, that's another issue. This ship is awesome, I love it. I'll just start off by giving it my rating, which I would give it a 9.975 warp cores out of 10 for my rating system. It is like a future 29th century NX class starship, like Enterprise NX. It's so beautiful. It also reminds me quite a lot of the Franklin NX328, I think it is, from Star Trek Beyond movie. Here I am in my new Agents of Yesterday character. He's called it the NX Soul Defense, that's what we called his ship, and I'm going to go through my ship builds for all my Federation tunes that I have this ship equipped with, and do a demonstration, and I'm going to talk about the ship and all of its cool features and stuff. First, let's start off by reading what it says in the C store about this ship, shall we? So I'll just quickly go over this. Here it is. So there's a screenshot of it. Okay, drawing inspiration from the 23rd century Ranger class, the Paladin class battlecruiser is very technically focused. It features a potent weapon platform, a number of sophisticated maneuvers making it maneuvering systems, making Paladin a remarkably agile vessel for its class. Temporal starships are capable of making subtle alterations of a molecular level through the use of molecular reconstruction. This technology allows the starship to assume one of three different configurations: defensive, offensive, and support. Each configuration has their own strengths and weaknesses. Each of the configurations generates their own specific counter. Up to 6 counters can be generated at a time. These counters are used to fuel your molecular deconstruction beam. Defensive configuration. While this configuration is active, the starship systems will dramatically reconfigure to fill more of a defensive role. This provides a boost to maximum shield power and incoming hull healing. This comes at a cost of a small reduction in flight speed and turn rate. Defensive configuration generates a 1 defense counter every 10 seconds. Offensive configuration. While this configuration is active, the starship systems will dramatically reconfigure to fill of an offensive role. This provides a boost to maximum engine power, speed, and turn. This comes at a cost of small reduction in incoming hull healing. Offensive configuration generates 1 offensive counter every 10 seconds. Support configuration. While this configuration is active, the starship systems will dramatically reconfigure to fill more of a support role. This provides a boost to maximum auxiliary power, control, strength, and exotic damage. This comes at a cost of small reduction to energy damage. Support configuration generates 1 support counter every 10 seconds. Molecular deconstruction beam. So that's the last button that you get after you press one of the first 3 buttons after the counter goes through. Activating this ability requires a total of 6 counters generated by the defensive configuration, offensive configuration, or support configuration. Molecular deconstruction deals physical damage over time and disables the target, in addition to healing your hull over time. This powers damage scales with the number of offensive counters consumed. The hull healing scales with the number of damages scales the offensive counters consumed. I think I just went the same sentence twice, didn't I? Its hull healing scales with the number of counters consumed. Activating this ability will consume all offensive, defensive, and support configurations generated from configurations. This starship features a Lieutenant Tactical Temporal Operative and a Command Engineer Temporal Operative Bridge Officer seat. The Tier 6 Temporal Battlecruiser comes equipped with Heavy Phaser Assault Platform, Universal Console, When this ability is activated, the battlecruiser will deploy a platform that is bristling with overcharged phasers arrays. After a few seconds, it will begin firing devastating blasts of phaser fire at nearby foes. After a short time, the platform will trigger a self-destruct sequence. It isn't destroyed before the sequence is complete. It will cause, if it isn't, then it will cause massive kinetic damage. So it basically blows up at the end. This console also provides a passive boost to phaser damage and projectile damage, so I'm definitely using it on this particular build, which is a Kelvin Timeline Phaser Build. This console mod can only be equipped to this ship. Okay. After achieving level 5 of your Temporal Battlecruiser's Tier 6 masteries, Starship masteries, you will unlock Retaliation Starship trait. While this trait is slotted, you will suffer a critical hit, and you suffer a critical hit. You will gain a boost to your weapon's damage, critical hit chance, and this buff stacks 3 times. Alright, so that's cool. Now let's take a look at this build that I'm using for this particular Agents of Yesterday character. Alright, so as I said, he has Kelvin Timeline emitters. I just realized actually I've got some unspent upgrades here that I probably should do before I do a demonstration of it. I need to upgrade my deflector array. Woohoo, just got it to Mark 14. That's excellent. Just quickly do this. And we'll need to upgrade my... should have done this before I started, sorry. What else can I do? That is engineering. Oh yeah, I'm gonna keep with that warp core, might as well use that. Ooh. Okay. That's done. And what else? I got beams. I don't think I'll get anything else up, so there's no point doing the rest. I don't have projectile upgrades, I need to upgrade that. Oh well. Anyway, sorry about that. Alright, so we're using the Soul Defense Space Set, which is a 3-piece set. That gives the bonuses of Impact Distribution Manifolds and Discharge Repair Nanites, which I think I might have just lost by unequipping it for a second. Discharge Repair Nanites, yep, it's supposed to go the... oh no, it was over here. I already had it. Oh no, it's not supposed to go there, it's supposed to go... I think things moved around on their own, didn't they? Put that there and that there. Okay, better check to make sure. I could be missing a button. Got that. Got that. Got that. So those are the 3 buttons. As you can see, they show up in your thing tray here. That's the special buttons that you get there. Point Defense System. Yep. Quantum Phase Destabilizing Beam. Yeah, that was the button that disappeared on me. Right, the rest should still be there. Yep. I'm using a Timeline Stabilizer. I'm using omnidirectional phaser beams that I crafted, and a kinetic cutting beam, which is part of the Borg 2-piece set there, which provides a bonus of Omega Weapons Amplifier, 2.5% chance, 10% current weapon power, etc. Okay, I'm also using this Quantum Phase Beam Array set, which gives a bonus of Phaser Transfer Optimization Quantum Destabilization Beam, which is that one there that I just re-equipped after it disappeared. That's the special module that you get it with it. Heavy Phaser Assault Platform gives you 10% mine and torpedo damage and phaser damage. It's good that I'm using torpedoes. I'm using Timeline Stabilizer, Point Defense System, Special Assimilated Module, 0-point Energy Conduit, Temporal Disentanglement Suit, which, yeah, I know a lot of people think that's useless, but oh well, until I get something better for that spot, I guess. Quantum Phase Converter and Vulnerability Locators. Now you can get a fleet version of this ship once you've bought the ship, and it's only 20,000 fleet credits, plus you need to buy a fleet module, which you can get for 18 million credits, energy credits on the exchange, and that will give you an extra engineering console. So eventually I will grind away to try to get that for all my characters, but I didn't want to... I could do a separate video about the fleet version of the ship, perhaps, you know. So I'll just... I thought I'll just make my review of this ship now. Alright, those are how my skills are set up very quickly, because I have showed this in previous videos. You can go back and have a look at my previous demonstrations, I've done several mission run-throughs with this particular character as part of my 2016 Federation run-through. Also, I've done some other PvE queue videos with this ship as well, so there's you know, plenty of me demonstrating the ship in battle, but I'm going to demonstrate it in battle in this video as well. This is how my space traits are set up on this particular guy. Alright, that's how my Starship traits are set up. I am using the retaliation, emergency response, enhanced power conduits, and greedy emitters. Space reputation is set up like that. Particle generator, shield penetration, shield repair, precision. I only got one active because this is only an early toon. He hasn't been able to unlock all his reputations yet, unfortunately, so that's a bit of a unfortunateness. Under roster, his space is set up like that. Obviously I could probably set that up better, but we don't really have time to do that today. Swap. Okay, there you go, I slightly improved it. Now I'll do a demonstration with this guy so you can see the in this video you can see the special heavy deploy heavy thing, and then after that we will go through and we'll have a look at my builds for all my other Federation characters, and we will also like check out the ship customizations and stuff like that. So I'll see if we get into Affected Space Advanced, or maybe Kidama Vortex. This will be a bit random, so I don't know which one we're going to end up going into. Or the Cure Advanced. So one of these Borg queues. Everyone likes to use those Borg queues to demonstrate starships in Starship Review, so I should too. Or perhaps maybe I should go... No, I can't go to the Delta Quadrant with this guy because I don't think he's... Or can I? Actually, maybe I can. Yeah, I can with this guy. Maybe I should just go to Argala. So I was thinking of my other character who hasn't unlocked that yet, which I'm trying to save it for the videos. Alright. So I'll make my way to Argala, but the queue might start while I'm on my way there. So I'll show a single player battle and a multiplayer battle for this character, and then I'll go through all the other stuff that there is to go through on the ship as well. So let's just go to Argala system. Okay, well we'll do that after the cure. This is actually a hard one, kind of hard one. It's a bit more involved than the Infected Space Advanced. Let's see if that starts quickly. Looks really cool in space, this ship, doesn't it? Yes, it does. Okay, we're at Argala, you can stop. Oh, you don't reverse. Alright. So, that thing is in the way of the view of the ship. This will be probably a rather long video, I'm gonna guess. So yeah, we still need to look at the ship visuals, customization options. Oh, I didn't go through the masteries yet. And we're going to have a look at the bridge as well. So I've got my little notes of things to remember to do. And I've written down on a piece of paper so I don't forget. Alright, I'll just turn the volume up for my speakers. Okay, so as it started, this one doesn't have a countdown, that's right. So yeah, people are going to come over to this one. Alright, go over here and start killing some Borgs. It is appropriate for me to go into a Borg one since I love the Borg so much. I'm using Scorpion fighters, which you saw me unlock in that previous video that I did. And okay, here I'm pressing the defensive configuration button to start the counter for those things. And I'm just launched the heavy plasma assault platform. That is a pilot ability, Lone Wolf. Yep, looks like we got that one already. Okay, so I've got to go over to the next one. Somebody needs to kill these people in the middle as well, because you're supposed to protect the Krang as an optional on this. I was planning to change that particular ability buttons station, but I forgot to, so oh well. I need to get some better buttons, but oh well. Chemocyte costs a lot of energy credits on. I don't have money to waste. I keep buying upgrade accelerators with my credits, to be honest, so that's why I'm always broke, because I'm always trying to upgrade my equipment, and I'm always trying to use upgrade accelerators, and if I'm not unlocking lockboxes to get them for free, which I do sometimes as well, but I often need my dilithium, especially with a low-end character like this. I need my dilithium, so for upgrades obviously, and for unlocking, you know, buying things from this fleet and all that kind of stuff. So why am I doing that? I don't know.
You will be assimilated.
Oops. Alright, now I just use the quantum destabilizing beam. Back off a bit. Oh, I can launch another phase thing. Anyone else left to kill? No. That's done. That's done. They're all done now, so we're up to the boss. Well, obviously in a very good team, full of elite players. We've got a Kelvin Timeline Intel Dreadnought. We've got a Tarantula, or whatever they're called. What are they called again? Dreadnought Cruiser. Okay, now we're killing some Borgs. Simulated carrier. Oh, I thought I told you to slow down a bit, actually. Was that it? That was easy. Alright, we'll do Argala next. Sweet. Better make sure my inventory's not full though, because Argala will fill it up. As I said, I'm always low on energy credits, so I'm always trying to pick up all my loot and selling off the things I don't want, keep my inventory empty. This will just take half a second for me to empty this of the things I don't want. This is a little bit of a newbie tip. You should always pick up your loot and sell it. Just discard it, or there's a person you can sell it to, a vendor in Earth Space Stock who apparently gives you more credits, or occasionally something really rare might drop and you might be able to sell it on the exchange for a lot of credits. Of course, you got to keep the good things. I don't really need to keep food. Get rid of that. You don't get many credits for food, but oh well. Alright, patrol Argala. Sorry for that. And then yeah, we'll check out the bridge next. I'll try to remember to do that next. I'll go to Earth Space Dock and check out customizations. Alright, so they usually, I'm going to change my powers there, make that even. And do a rock and roll as I approach. We're only fighting the Kazon, the good old Kazon Argala. Oh, I don't know if that's from that particular sect, but they're Kazon. I have been rewatching Voyager again for the 100th time on Netflix lately. In the last, just got into season 4. Hey, and you know what I forgot about in season 3? There's actually 3 episodes featuring the Krenim. You know how the Krenim are in this game now. And anyhow, so I forgot about the time paradox episode. Can't remember what it was called exactly, the name of the episode, but with Cass, where she's traveling through time backwards and stuff, and the year of hell is talked about. It's like they It was 6 months before that episode actually aired, and she said, oh, it's going to happen in 6 months' time from now, which, by the way, there's a continuity error because she flings them 10,000 light years ahead, and obviously then they find the Krenim, and there's 2 continuity errors with those 2 episodes, the Year of Hell and the Kess one. Kess warns the whole crew about the Krenim and says that they should stay away from it. And so then that should have really just stopped the entire thing from happening at all, really, shouldn't it? Haha, but it didn't stop it from happening. And Janeway was still like, I'm just going to try to fight my way through the Krenim, which is totally out of character and ridiculous. But then, you know, once they destroy the Anorax and none of it ever happens, she just, like, the Krenim is not a big... they don't have much space anymore, so when they ask her to go around their space, she just goes, yeah, okay, no worries. But, you know, why would she... Yeah, that's... Oh, okay, there's a bit of logic there, you know, because when they were big and powerful when she first met them in the timeline that was deleted, their space was too big to go around, so she had no choice, apparently. But at the same time, there was absolutely no mention of the fact that they'd all been warned about the Krenim by Kess. So, oh well. Sorry, I'm like talking about Voyager instead of paying attention to trying to play the game properly. Alright, I'm going to use the destabilizing beam. I probably didn't need to use both of those at once. Ooh, going a bit too fast, a bit too close. Back her off. Alright. 1/4 impulse, Lieutenant. Alright, so as you can see, it's a very good DPS-y ship considering that this is such a low-level character. I did do the Federation Fleet Alert mission, I think, with my Tim main engineer guy. Engineer person, I shouldn't say guy, because this guy's name is Guy. Anyway, I just launched the Deploy Heavy Phaser platform at the wrong time, and now I completely wasted it. Great! Yay! Can I lure them over here so that it shoots them? I love torpedoes now. All of a sudden I've decided I like torpedoes. As I said the other day, I heard the developers talk about how they're trying to make torpedoes good in the game now. So as you can see, that's the thing, the special console firing at them. It's really powerful. So it's really good. But for a synergistic build, obviously you need to be running phaser weapons, right? Because then it probably benefits from your vulnerability locators, and it improves phaser damage. Now, what's the point of having a console on equipped that improves phaser damage if you're using anti-proton weapons? Comprendez-vous, mi capitaine? Obviously. So I actually have not equipped it. I did equip it for a while with all my other ships which are using anti-protons, and one ship that's using Polaron, but now I have decided not to. So that's why I really had to show you my demonstration with this particular character, so that I could show you that, because of the fact that this is the only one who's using it now, because this is the only character I have that is using a phaser build. However, I do intend to roll another phaser build because I have leftover Kelvin phasers. I've only used like half of them on this guy. I must have like about 8 or 10 of them in total, and I did sell a few, but only the ones that had bad modifiers. Any of the ones that had good modifiers I've kept in my bank, and I'm planning in the future, you know, maybe next time there's a free character slot, or next time I just buy more character slots, to do another phaser build and use the Kelvin Timeline ones. Plus, you know, got some upgraded ones that aren't being used on this, just normal phasers and stuff as well. So they've got plenty of phasers to use. Just launch that thing again, the assault platform. Okay, that's done. Excellent. So that was pretty good. Let's have a look at obviously it's not highly upgraded yet. His stuff isn't epic, but he's getting quite good DPS there for a newbie character. I mean, not nearly as good as my other main characters, but not bad. At least they're all over 1,000, most of them. Yeah, so that's that. Now let's take a look. I can't do it from here. I have to go out. We'll look at the bridge before I forget. So that's all the demonstrating I'll do in this, but I will probably make more PvE videos in the future with my other ships, and there'll definitely be more missions with so let's have a look at the bridge. There'll be definitely more missions done, because the reason I bought this was so that my lower end characters would have a tier 6 Federation ship for the run through of the game that I'm doing for the channel. And yeah, but I also kind of was anxious to get this ship review done. I did promise to have it done last week, but now, so I'm sorry how it's a few days late. But it's only Wednesday today for me, so it's only 3 days late. I guess should have done it on the weekend, but I was distracted with other topics. Sorry. All right, just waiting for this. Then we'll check the mastery. Waiting for it to load. Come on, internet. Oh, I got a letter in the mail today saying NBN, as in fiber optic internet, is coming to my town soon. So that's fantastic, isn't it? That will improve the wait times between loading screens on my videos, since I don't edit that out. Alright, let's have a look at the bridge. Ooh. Oh, it's, this is obviously like a 29th century ship, or is it 31st century? I didn't actually say. I'm not even sure which century it came from. Maybe I need to check the cryptic website for that. But anyway, this bridge looks like the Enterprise J. If you have a look at the way the walls are and the window and stuff, that reminds me of the Enterprise J, doesn't it? Right, so we've got you can access the bank and libraries and contact duty officers. So that's pretty good. So I've got 0718 equipped. I've got engineering person, just some standard people there, nothing special. Oh, now look at the consoles up there. Doesn't that look really grouse? This is a pretty good looking bridge, I must say. Yeah, this is an awesome looking bridge. Look at those consoles. They really did put a lot of work into these ships, didn't they, Cryptic? Good job. They've done a really good job on this. To be honest, actually, this is the first time I've looked at the bridge, so I was completely surprised. I don't normally go to the bridge, and there's a couple of missions in the game where you need to go to the bridge, so obviously I haven't actually gotten up to them on the run through yet. I don't think, unless I passed them already with the previous one. But anyway, look at all the cool consoles and stuff. Let's zoom in a bit so we can have a closer look. Looks mad. Do you like the new interface, the future interface? Looks alien, doesn't it? Wow, looks cool. Yeah. Do the doors open? No. I do wish you could explore the rest of the ship, but obviously that's far too much for them to design. That looks like an actual window that would have something projected on it. A bit Kelvin Timeline-y, but not really. And yeah, more consoles with displaying cool futuristic stuff. So that's a pretty cool bridge. I'd give the bridge a 9 out of 10. Obviously just the fact that we can't exit the bridge and go to any other rooms. Oh well. Looks pretty cool up there. Yeah, I like how there's the big window. You can see out to space. It's looking pretty awesome. My graphics are on maximum. Graphics on maximum, Captain. Okay. Leave ship interior. We'll just fly over to somewhere. Actually, we might just go to will it be quicker? Oh no, okay. Yeah, we'll have to go to Sol system, and we'll go to Earth Space Dock and have a look at the ship customizations. Oh, that's right, we're going to have a look at the masteries too. Plus you can have a look at what it looks like around that sector. Loading Sol system. Alright, so that's what it looks like in black space near Earth. Alright, Whoops, wrong button. So let's read through the masteries before I forget, because I did promise. Alright, so the first one is adaptive hull plating, 25% kinetic damage resistance and physical damage resistance. The second one is enhanced weapon banks, 15% critical severity, which is why the ship is good at killing things. The third one is enhanced hull plating, 25% all energy damage and 25% radiation damage resistance. And the last one is armored hull, 10% hit points. My hull is 72,000 and my shields are at let's have a look at the stats. I often forget to show that. So there's my stats. So I've got critical chance of 17.4% and critical severity of 83.5. Shield regeneration, shields 1,351 every 3 seconds. Tactical skills, science skills. Alright, so that's how that is. So that's cool. Good to have a look at. Dock. Yeah, one of my stations wasn't set up the way I wanted it as well with this guy, because I recently just changed a bridge officer and didn't go to retrain them. The secondary science one, I realised in the last video, oh god, this guy wasn't purple quality. Whoops. Well, that's what happens with a new character when you got to remember to throw away your old bridge officers and get new ones. But you know, you can't do it until actually they drop. Anyway, customize your ship. So have a look at that. Customize Starship. Okay, so there's not a lot of options, but you can make it look like the Ranger. However, it's not free. Look at that, 13,000 Zen. No, see, you can, if you buy the big ship bundle that they released, then you get this unlocked, I believe, obviously, right? So yeah, that's the 23rd century version. TOS timeline. Pretty cool. Otherwise, yes, you can change the materials. So these are the materials. Well, that one looks cool. I like that one too. I like these ones that make it look like remind me of the new ship, the new Franklin ship. So I might change it to that one, or actually I think I'll change it to that one. I like that one. Have you frozen? Okay. Ooh, look at it from underneath. That looks cool. Yes, that's very cool looking. Although it's kind of upside down. Okay, so there you go. Now, of course, you can do patterns. All kinds of patterns are available. I like that one. Ooh, what was that? Alright, I'm going to put that one on. So yeah, those are the options that you get. So I think that will have taken effect. Or was I supposed to press save? Press purchase. Oh well. Let's have a quick look at it around Earth Space Dock, and then we'll go and have a look at my other builds. Go away. Yes, yeah, it did take effects. There you go. It looks cool. That looks cooler than it did before, doesn't it? Oops. Okay. Interesting looking. Very cool. Yes, indeed. Oh, look at it's much smaller than the Dreadnought from Kelvin Timeline, but you know, still pretty powerful for a little ship. Alright, that's that for that. Now I'm going to do a quick round of showing you my other builds. Go in a circle from the, so we'll go back down to the bottom here. We'll go to 7 of 2016, my original 2016 Federation run-through character, who is got more stuff unlocked, and she's a Polaron build, and she has the full Borg assimilated visuals on the ships. This is what it looks like with the Borg assimilated visuals. Isn't that cool looking? Yes, it is. Okay, let's have a look at her build. So as I said, we've got the Chronoton torpedo, the chronometric polaron weapon set, chronometric polaron beam array, some polaron beams, and the quantum phase deflector set, quantum phase space set, Cavoli warp core, and quantum phase resilient shields. The cutting beam, crafted beam, part of the chronometric space set, you get omnidirectional with that as well, and the consoles, the Kara particle converter, assimilated module, energy point conduit, timeline stabilizer, fortified hydraulic assembly, binaural gel packs, some vulnerability locators, and that's the console, which is a tactical console that's for the space weapon set, which provides these bonuses there. And yeah, those are the stats you can see too. Okay, so that's pretty good. So just have a quick look. Now let's go to the next one. T'Pol, who is lower level. I showed her in my last video. She has now acquired the warp core as part of her. She's getting the temporal, everything's temporal for her. I changed her uniform too, although I'm kind of thinking I shouldn't have done that because she's a TOS character, but now she's wearing the Enterprise uniform, and I made like her away team either wear TOS or Enterprise uniforms as well, so that's cool. Disable visuals. It's not, oh, there you go. Yeah. Anyway, that's irrelevant. Sorry. Back to the ship. Okay, so Antiprotons. Just got the getting the temporal defense weapon set there. So I've got the full thing on for her finally for that. So she's got the torpedo and the beam and the console down there. 3 pieces of the temporal defense space set. So I still got to grind my way around to get the shields. Let's see, is that coming along? Nah. I've got to get that to tier 5. So I've still got quite a few more days, but I did unlock the double points. See, did the sponsorship thing to try to make that happen quicker, so I'm trying to get that as quick as I can. Yeah, so lots of things need upgrading, but that's what she's got. You can see some of the Starship visuals. I just need to fly away from the Sol system a bit so that thing gets off the screen. Go away, go away. Okay. There you go, so you can see the visuals that you get with the temporal set, although there's no shield visuals yet, but you can see the visual for the deflector there. That's doing a cool effect, and the visuals for the impulse engines with the warp trail that's coming behind it as you fly through space. So that's her and how she's set up, which has come along since you saw last. Maybe the last video was a bit premature, I should have waited till more stuff was done. But anyway, there is a video demonstrating this character in some PvE queues and red alerts, which was the last one I uploaded. But I died heaps of times, but I fixed up her traits now, so she's more tanky. Anyhow, oh, he's a Romulan. He's a Romulan. Okay, let's go to Timo the Tactical Man. He was my very first toon, so he's my #1 main. However, not my favourite main, so not the best character, and because he's tactical isn't the most survivability, but he has the Terran Task Force space set, okay, which is a 4-piece set including a warp core. He's starting to get the temporal defense weapon set, but hasn't got the torpedo launcher yet. I think I'm still grinding on that. He's got those haven't changed. Those are the consoles, same ones I use. Crystalline absorption matrix, I use that on my old characters that were able to acquire from I think it was from a special event, which gives you extra antiproton damage. Chronometric thing still needs to be upgraded. Yeah, not using the timeline today. We just don't have enough consoles there. We definitely will want to be grinding for the fleet version of this ship for this particular character, and for all my other Federation characters except for Tim, who has the Kelvin Timeline Dreadnought, who will be going back to that once I have finished this video. Anyway, so that's that, and you can see the ship visuals on how the Terran Task Force, that was Terran Task Force, wasn't he? Yes. This guy's Terran for everything, so he's got the Terran ground set too, but that's irrelevant for this video, sorry. So yes, Terran Task Force, Impulse, Warp Core, and shields. Alright, so you can see how that looks in space. Maybe I should just quickly go to... No, that was the wrong button. I wanted to go to the Solanaise and I clicked on the wrong one. Silly me. And now I won't be able to go there, but maybe if we are inside of the Sierra system is a lighter area, so you can see the ship better with its visuals. So I guess that's okay. Alright, there you go. So that's what it looks like with the Terran visuals on it. It looks different. Oh look, there's a Galaxy class ship behind me. I love Galaxies. Maybe I should buy a tier 6 Galaxy one day. Anyway, yeah, it looks cool. Ooh, what's that ship? Oh, that's a Sovereign or something. Tier 6 version of it. All beefed up. Or maybe it's tier 5. Anyway, never mind, irrelevant. It looks cool, doesn't it, with these visuals? Very nice looking indeed. Mad. Yeah. That's a cool looking ship that went past us too. Alright, so Terran Task Force set. Looks cool. Change character. Alright, next we'll go to Tim, who I have showed it, but we're going to have a look again because I've got to keep this video complete. I believe I did a video with this guy already, showing him in battle with this ship. I think it was. Anyway, if I haven't, I'll do more anyway. So in the future, Mako defense set, Antiprotons, timeline stabilizer, crystalline absorption matrix, still grinding for. He's got the torpedo from the Iconian set. Alright, so that's how it looks like with these visuals. It's more of a creamy colour. It looks cool though, doesn't it? Mako. This is what the Mako set looks like. You get nice reflections in the ship on the Mako set. It's very nice looking indeed. Alright, but he will be switching back to the Kelvin Timeline Dreadnought, as it is a better ship, to be honest. More tanky, more suits him, and I grinded for weeks to get it. Alright, Romulan, Klingons, not using it, so you can't use it on non-Federation characters, obviously. Did we start with Guy? We did, didn't we? So we've already done all those guys, so I just need to show you Delta. This is the last one I need to show you. Wonder how long. I should have a timer so I know how long this video is going for, whether or not maybe I should do another battle, but okay, anyway. Ooh, that looks cool. What weapon set was it again? I forget. So Delta Alliance weapon set, of course, yes. So his name is Delta, and he uses the Delta sets. See? Because he was a Delta recruit. He was the first Delta recruit. I actually have 2 or 3 Delta recruits, I think, because at the time the Delta recruit started, I bought extra character slots, just like I did when the Temporal Agents started. So whenever they do the special recruitment things, that's when I like to buy some extra character slots to start new people. Except for 7 of 2016, who's not. But somebody else donated to the show to make that one happen because they wanted me to do the tutorial series anyway. So Delta Alliance, Tridectra, it's all Delta Alliance, alright? And, oh wait, ship visuals, oh, let's take that off so we can have a look. Because he has the Borg visuals. So you just saw it again with the Borg visuals, but now you're seeing it with the Delta visuals. It's too dark here, so let's fly to Solanaise. At least I pressed the right button this time. Let's zoom away. Oh, looking forward to the 25th of this month is when a major update comes and the new graphics update will happen. We'll have the new lighting system that's currently on the console. So that's what it looks like now with the Delta Alliance space set on it. It looks superb. Beautiful. absolutely beautiful. Now, I don't know, it feels like this video hasn't been going for long enough, so I might chuck in one more quick little demonstration. Crystalline's always fast. Let's do a Crystalline Entity Advanced. That should pop up pretty quickly, usually does. So yeah, it's another creamy sort of Federation-y looking space set. Kind of reminds me of the Endgame episode. It's, you know, looks like you've got that armor over your ship, although the windows are not covered obviously. But ooh, look at that, look at how it's sort of going. Looks really cool there where the bridge is, doesn't it? That looks awesome. Crystalline Admiral, a crystalline entity has been sighted. Join in the battle against the enormous destroyer of worlds. Yes, let's do that. Ship looks awesome. Off we go! Destroy the crystalline entity. Crystalline or crystalline? Tomato, tomato. So I've showed you the console, the stats, the bridge, showed you my ship builds, showed you the traits, showed you visuals and customizations. So pretty much everything has been done for this review. Whoops, I forgot to press the right button to start accelerating and I'm stuck there. Okay, this guy has trajectory jump. Pow. Let's get some backup and kill these people really fast using that special button. I am using Temporal Ops buttons here. I've got Temporal Ops stations. Actually you can have to unlock that by doing a particular mission. I think it's the last mission in Future Proof Arc. Ragnarok is it called, or something or other? Yeah. That's where you get your Temporal Ops stations from. So that's why my low-level characters don't have it yet, because I don't want to jump ahead too much on them. Oh, look, I didn't even get to shoot the entity. I was shooting Tholians. Oh well, I always like to shoot them first, and then I didn't know if I'd gotten to them yet. Oh well, kind of slack on that way. But anyway, I usually stick around in this until all the Tholians are killed, unless everybody else leaves me alone, and then I can't kill them on my own. It depends. We'll see how it goes. Timeline stabilizer. Did you stop shooting? Just one guy helping me still. Come on. Okay, we can use the molecular deconstruction beam, try to kill this Tholian. See how it's coming up with those purple squares on the character, on the NPC bad guy? Alright, one guy left. Get you with my science abilities. Beam overload. Dead. Pretty cool. Sometimes some mirror universe ships jump in at the end as well. An Odyssey. Is it a tier 6 or a tier 5? She looks cool. Come on, load. Tier 6 Odyssey. Science. Variant. Ooh, I want that. Looking good. This ship looks good in this part of space, doesn't it? It's got more of a green tint to it. Probably reflections from the green lights. Cool. Looks cool. So I'm really enjoying this Starship and its abilities, and there will definitely be more videos coming from the Tim of Borg show showing off this Paladin Temporal Battlecruiser tier 6. Awesome little tier 6 Starship, the cheapest one in the game currently as far as I know. Definitely the best deal you can get, and if you're an NX class fan, you like this sort of Starship design, you're definitely going to enjoy flying this ship around, and the extra buttons it has are very, very cool. Definitely better value for money than buying the full-fledged temporal store thing, which costs like a few $100s. This one doesn't that equal 130 American dollars. So if once you convert the exchange rate over to Australian money, that would probably be like $180 Australian or something, because we also get charged bank transaction fees. The exchange rate is at the, like what it was, the worst point it was several months ago, 74 cents to $1. So yeah, that's why, like, the last 2 times I put money into the game, I paid for $50 of American dollars credit, right? And then, but it actually cost me, and I thought it was at $67, but then I found out, because of the extra transaction fee on my credit card, that it was 69 something, so practically $70 Australian to pay for $50. Quite unfair. We get ripped off being Australians. Oh well, that's off topic, sorry about that. Anyway, my little rant. But yes, I wish I could put more money into the game, but because of the exchange rate and transaction currency fees, it's quite inhibitive for me to do so. Oh well. Anyway, that was my point there. Anyway, this ship is great. As I said, 9.975 warp cores out of 10. You will enjoy it if you buy one. It's fantastic. I highly recommend you get this ship if you want to, especially if you're new to the game and you didn't get any of the other free tier 6 ships that have been from the events in the past, which I have, like alien free ships, you know, like you know what I'm talking about, like, oh, I can't show you there. Oh yes, I can. Switch start. Oh no, that's not working there. Okie dokie. Anyway, you know what I mean. I've got like the Caboli ship and some other ships. You can look through my channel to see what other tier 6 alien starships I've got. But yeah, at least once or twice a year there's a free starship, I think in the summer event and the winter event, and then maybe also an anniversary event. Yeah, 2 or 3 free starships a year, but I mean that might change, who knows. But they're usually not Federation, but who knows, they might do a Federation one in the future if we're lucky. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed watching this video from the Tim of Borg Show, brought to you by Unimatrix 01 Productions. Please subscribe for more. Joel and True, live long and prosper. Resistance is futile.